Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I want to have a look into today's energy. Where are we? We're Friday. Okay, Friday, July the 12th. Let's have a look at a weekend energy reading then. I'd like to see what's gone on. I might do a past, present and future. Bring a bit of structure to it, I think. So let's have a look at what's gone on over the week. I don't want to do a Celtic cross. Okay, what's gone on over the week? Okay. What's gone on over the week is the Divine Masculine has been contemplating about taking that leap of faith to communicating with the Divine Feminine. But there's a pause. There's the Hangman here. You want me just to have a look into this a bit more? Okay. What cards are we going to use then? Just this one. It's that single, independent, masculine energy. Wow. It looks like the Divine Masculine could be actually single and free from any karmic ties, like the Divine Feminine. Okay, so it really does feel like both counterparts have been preparing over the week their independence. It's like getting their lives in order to be able to share with another. They're both off the stage where they are ready now. The Divine Masculine is ready to go to the Ten of Cups, and the Divine Feminine is ready to go to the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe she's gone. Oh no, it was him. It was Jasper. Okay, let me show you these cards. We know that this is the messenger, okay? Now, being a pentacle, it can be slow in coming, okay? Because it's very well thought out. It's here in the physical. It's about long term. And before you actually send a message, you need to be sure. Because there's kind of no going back after that message has been sent. Now, the message is coming towards the Queen of Wands, who's the Divine Feminine, okay? Very magical, mystical. Very much best friend energy to this card. Then we have the Fool, the Divine Masculine here, wanting to take that leap of faith. Now, how the cards come out is like this. So she is actually looking kind of, I want to say, as in kind of who is going to take that leap of faith towards the Divine Feminine, because she's very aware that it will be a Divine Masculine that approaches her. Okay. But then we have the Hangman. Now, these two are major arcanas. So the universe is saying about taking that leap of faith, okay, trusting your faith and taking that leap. But then they're kind of holding you back. And I believe that was to get your affairs in order. I'm trying to think about the week's readings that I've put out, and there was the Hangman there where the universe has pulled the Divine Masculine out to get his affairs in order. And I want to say getting his affairs in order for the Divine Feminine. He looks like he's ready. Okay. So let's pull another row, I think, or we're clearing the board. We're going to get some more on this, okay. I don't know how long the reading's going to be. We're just going to go with it. Let's have a look at then the past. What do we want to... let's have a look at the enchanted map and see what's gone on. A nice tower of cards here that I've just brought back in from outside. I'm a bit clumsy today. Don't know how many times I've spilled the coffee out of the cup. Um, okay. Let's pull a card and see. Hello, Tia. Oh, it's only the postman. Did he scare you? You're a scaredy cat anyway. Okay, right, let's get a card. Goblins. So this is what's been going on over the week. Goblins. Clearing out the goblins in the cupboard. 5. It's that transitional number. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. So that's really what's gone on. I said about getting your affairs in order. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you are unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine, our spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen, and let go of negativity. Perfect. That's exactly what. Working on wholeness. Divine masculine and the divine feminine. Becoming whole again. Okay. Dealing with those self-sabotaging thoughts, behaviour, tendencies, environments. So shall we have a look now and let's see what's going on now in the present. That's the gift, isn't it? Is the now. The present is the now. Let's have a look. We'll shuffle that divine feminine in. Do you want me to take that one? Like I said to you, it's about the divine masculine resurrecting, not the divine feminine. There's to be the only interference really from the divine feminine that can come through is what the divine masculine will be receiving energetically. Okay, so that's the kind of frequency between the divine masculine and divine feminine at the moment. It's energetic. One more. It just clarifies that. Okay. What's the bottom of this one? The Wheel of Fortune, destiny. So it's about that wheel turning. It's about things being divinely directed, divinely orchestrated. You need to be balanced here. You need to have the education. So this is a spiritual development, spiritual growth here. Destiny means it's destiny. Okay, it was destined to be. But we have the resurrection. Now, this is when the universe, it's not a major arcana, okay, but the universe is offering you this opportunity to be able to resurrect. Came in with yesterday's reading about not needing to die to fulfill your life purpose. You don't, that's kind of not how it's done. You don't need to actually leave this body and then reincarnate in another lifetime. You can do that now. So there's the resurrection now. Divine Feminines is very much protecting their energy field. Okay, going within, and it's quite beautiful because look, she's kind of dressed, I want to say, very purely like an angel. Hasn't got her wings, so it's like she's waiting. She's waiting here on this little bench stool, protecting herself. The waters are calm. The waters are calm, so I'm feeling the Divine Feminine is very much in her natural state of just allowing. Again, not a major arcana, but the universe offers this opportunity. Okay, I want to say it's like for the promised land. Okay, so this will be offered to the High Priestess. So the universe will be offering this abundance. Okay, the High Priestess is a major arcana, so just to stay balanced, you know the truth. You've got the Torah there on your lap, and you can live by that and speak that. So we have the High Priestess, Divine Feminine's energy now. Then we have the Divine Masculine, who has the world, who has the rod, and who is planning. Okay, this is partial success, meaning Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine will find their true potential and abundance by working together in conjunction. Okay, let's pull a enchanted map card then and see whereabouts on the map this energy is in the present. What's the present? Yeah, that's good. I did see the Heal the Ouch card. I thought I'd just mention it because I'd seen it. Let's have a look. I've got two. So I feel that maybe one's going to be for the Divine Masculine, maybe one for the Divine Feminine here. With the goblins here, this is about both counterparts really, clearing out the trash. Protecting treasure. I'm going to feel that really here. Just feels like the Divine Feminine. Look at her. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the other one though. Dry desert. It always led to your oasis. The cactus behind me, my hat stand, coat stand. Sorry, I just realised I could actually see it, and I was looking at in the background now. Let's read that 39 first. Protecting treasure. Sorry, just made me chuckle. I'm going to say this is for the Divine Feminine here. You are always protected and divinely directed. Although this is a time of great risk, maybe not, maybe it's for the Divine Masculine. He's the one here that I said I picked up on that risk. Even though it's not, it still feels like a risk. So although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level you are able to move forward safely and securely. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in this world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone and have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. Then we have dry desert. Dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort you reach the oasis you're searching for. Okay, so Divine Feminine, I want to say, with the protecting treasure, although messages for the masculine, but the energies are so blended now that you're going to pick up from both, okay, what you resonate with. Parts of the masculines, parts of the feminines reading, or energy. This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort you reach the oasis you're searching for. And that was the pulling out, okay, for the masculine here. Also for the feminine. Consider the creatures, not the goblins. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is a most important place to find what's truly right for you. Okay. Let's move on. I was going to add something, but it was something to do with this destiny card. That's right. When you have to do the work. That's about wanting to work in partnership. So let's have a look at the energy. And let's say over the weekend. Okay, to put them all back in. Maybe it wants to use some of these cards again. And then we're just going to do a weekend reading now. Okay, cool. I'm good with that. Commitment. Okay, let's read this first then. Weekend energy, commitment. $36. Education, commitment. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body and soul. This is a good time to make one. Partnerships formed at this time are harmonious and powerful. The commitment card also indicates the natural evolution of a relationship from its inception to its literal or metaphorical marriage. At the very least, there is a promise of fulfillment in some form. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and your responsibility to it. Others are more willing to enter into partnerships at this time. Remember that your partnership with spirit and the highest version of your own self will engage the higher self in another. Looks to me like Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine here are really quite prepared. Commitment. You can sit up there. You can crown the reading. Lovely love hearts there, look. Love hearts and stars. Oh, he has a big star there, look, in his hand. a bit like a starfish. Okay. Let's get these shuffled. Shuffle. Okay, it's like they're not wanting to slot together. The blending in the physical. Okay, so let's have a look then at the weekend energy. Divine Masculine has his back turned to the Divine Feminine, but he knows the truth. He kind of has her kind of trapped in his little lantern. So she has been leading the way, guiding the way, but she's not aware of it. She feels quite trapped. She's following her own guidance, but the Divine Masculine's following the Divine Feminine's guidance. It's 11:22. Okay. He's been following the Divine Feminine's guidance through his emotional loss. And then we have the resurrection. I was talking as if that's past. So he's been doing this for a while. And it's been while he's been dealing with wrapping up karmic cycles, things that haven't worked out. But is ready to resurrect. He's stable. He's stable enough to now actually give and receive the love and wanting to celebrate. There's a surrender card, just needing to surrender now to the Divine Feminine. Okay, so this is this kind of sneaky behaviour, I'm going to say, about actually following her guidance without her knowing. So I feel now that the Divine Feminine will be receiving the recognition. This will come to light. Oh, it's been divinely directed. It's been, the Divine Masculine's been divinely directed to speak up. To the Queen of Cups, it's decision time. Wow, come on, how many? Oh, there's conflict about actually doing it. But it's been divinely, it's conflict about approaching the lovers. This is manifestation time, so the Divine's saying it is time, but the Divine Masculine might not be. Okay, because the cards did not want to slot together. I said that there's a bit of an issue about the blending here in the physical. So it's like Divine Masculine may be quite happy to live in the 5D. It spoke about there being a, I'm going to read it, 36. A metaphorical marriage. So kind of in the ethers, it's like that kind of that commitment that's done energetically. But Divine's saying that this needs to be brought into the physical. So you need to bring this into the physical now with physical commitment. There's 3 cards here. We'll look at those in a minute. Okay. The Hermit. There's a Divine Feminine, the Star. He's got his head down. He's been following her guidance. Okay. She's there on her throne, being who she is. Okay, I want to say maybe advising, just being this Queen of Wands, magical, mystical, best friend material very much. Chatty, outgoing, approachable. And she's kind of bound here with that purpose. And she just follows, there's no kind of interference here, she just follows the source. Divine Masculine's not following the source here. He's not going, he's kind of, he's not near the stream or anywhere near it. And it looks like there's a bit of a current there. So if he was to, he'd be swept away. So that really makes me feel is need for a surrender. That's what you have to kind of stop going against the current and just kind of take your hands off the oars and just allow the boat to take you where it's going to take you. So, and I feel that the current's too strong, that every time, you know, he tries to cross maybe to get to this, I don't know, semi-castle, something happens. The Two of Cups are behind him, so it's kind of like not to go that way. But then there's a resurrection, which the universe provides the opportunity for you to be able to resurrect. So an opportunity will arise to be able to, I want to say, speak the truth. There's the stability of the Divine Masculine here. So he has got his affairs in order. The universe is saying you're ready to give and receive the love. Abundance of it here. Could still be some tears. It's kind of, it's the penny drops. It's about celebrating. Could mean a third party situation. But I felt more it was about wanting to actually celebrate now in this love. The Five of Swords is needing to surrender. You can feel embarrassed and ashamed. You may have been humiliated. You may have been doing the humiliation. But swords need to go down because people are getting hurt. Surrender towards the Divine Feminine. She looks very contented in her own little world there. Then in comes the Hierophant, marriage, tradition, commitment, responsibility. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine keys here at the bottom. And masculines here await him. I don't like this nail varnish. I've just decided that. I thought it was pink. It's not. Why am I talking about nail varnish? Distracted, see. And Queen of Cups now. Just with her holding that cup there with the kind of claws, the pincers, is that what they're called? The pincers. She's kind of been nipped. I don't know. She's afraid of getting hurt by this love, by this cup of love. Nitpicking. Oh, we're not talking about head lice again, are we? I don't think so. Nitpicking. Nitpicking. Decision time. There's options here. But it's about going for the unknown. Conflict, about making a choice. Nitpicking. Petty arguments, fighting, squabbling. And then we have the lovers here. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Something to do with nitpicking at each other, maybe. But the Divine Masculine, it's very evident here, respects the Divine Feminine and her advice, but there's this block about communicating in the physical. So I'm feeling the Divine Masculine is quite happy to stay within the 5D, really, and because there's no conflict. Let's look at these three cards. I don't know, though. Something happens quickly. There's movement, choices, decisions, communication. Justice is here. The scales get balanced out. Then we have the masculine here, resting, healing. So I'm not too sure what... I'll find out more. Bottom of the deck. Oh, we know what that is. Waiting for the right time for your ships to come in. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's have something different to clarify with it. Tarot to go. Let's use these little cards. So there's definitely this air of being ready, but not sure that the Divine Masculine will make any kind of movement over the weekend. Looks like he could be quite happy just living in the 5D. Getting comfortable there. It would strengthen the connection. Okay. Let's look at this Hermit. 8 of Rods again. I believe there will be a decision to reach out and make communication and to take that leap of faith. It does seem like, but then we are talking about the Wands, okay? So the Pentacles are about in the physical. Now the Wands is really maybe about your spirituality. So I do feel that there is a lot of communication going on in the 5D, okay, and finding a comfort within that, settling into that first. So I do feel loads of communication coming in over the weekend between the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, maybe not in the physical, but most definitely spiritually. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. You are the Empress. Well, you know that. So, that's how the reading's showing you. Go with the flow. Communicate. As the communication comes in with the Divine Masculine energetically. We spoke about this yesterday. It's about not refusing to give, not to refuse to give that support to your masculine. Okay, just because it's not here in the physical, so much is unfolding on this journey. So you just have to go with it and just trust. So, which the Divine Feminine is here. She's following source, okay, the source. Just by trusting her intuition. King of Rods. So the Divine Masculine. Counterparts of the Queen of Wands and the Empress. And then we have the King of Rods here, the King of Wands. Again, those wands are about spirituality. Pentacles works on the physical here in the 3D. Okay, the cups are about our emotions. The swords, our mental space. What's affecting us mentally. And then the wands is spirituality, spiritual challenges, communication. This communication is getting the Divine Masculine through his very testing times, helping him to overcome this loss, to prepare to be able to turn around, maybe to leave that cloak, turn around and walk towards the Two of Cups. Walk towards the Divine Feminine. There's the strength there. So, Page of Swords. Surveillance, communication, wanting to talk with the Page of Swords. I've said about how the swords are about mental conflict. But this is about having lots of ideas, a chatty energy, and then we have the strength of the feminine here, supporting the masculine. And what to say with his resurrection? The Moon. A lot can be going on at night time. It's when the Divine Masculine most definitely will be able to find that quiet time. Masculines live quite hectic lifestyles, especially in comparison with the feminine, the Divine Feminine at the moment, who is kind of just surrendered to soul, so more of a calm in nature to her. But the Divine Masculine here, it's conversations. under the moon. I feel that's the divine feminine there, the high priestess. Listening. Listening to the divine masculine. Okay. Secure, stable, and wanting to be strong. Yeah, wanting to be strong. Divine masculines, but he's at the end of the road. It has been really tough. He's needing the spiritual strength to be able to get up. This is an inside job. Unconditional love. Look at the tears. It's kind of all flowing now a bit. It's better, the story. So you have a divine masculine here who is wanting to experience unconditional love, be able to give them the save. But there's still these tears here, but the penny's dropped. About the lovers. About the connection, about how the divine feminine really does support the divine masculine here. He looks very upset. Look at her holding his hand. That's beautiful. And just comforting him. You can see there's the angel there. So I do really still feel that this is not in the physical. This is energetically. And I believe that really you have to kind of just settle into actually how beautiful that is. The ability to be able to do that. Three of Cups. Let's see what wants to come out for this. I feel it's about wanting to be able to celebrate, be together. Oh, I've got goosebumps. I've got the chills all of a sudden. Temperance. The feminine here has a smaller cup that she's blending into hers. There's the crown in the distance, but there's an angel here who's working on the blending. I'm wondering if that's a divine feminine pouring some of, when you at the stage of unconditional love and you find the love within yourself, and you've dealt with, you know, these goblins, okay? You learn to love yourself and then you can love others because you're not seeking for that. Like confirmation for yourself, you know that regardless of, you know, when you love yourself, it's like happy days. But I'm feeling the divine masculine's really having trouble doing that. So when you have reserves that you can give away, which is this card, the Ace of Cups, okay, so you're topped up with your own self-love, you can share that with others. But the masculine maybe isn't completely topped up in his kind of levels of love, and I feel the divine feminine here maybe is sharing some of her, popping some of her love into his cup to top him up. To top him up. That would work with that, wasn't it? Let's give you a refill. Let's top you up with love, happiness, a reason to want to celebrate. Come back, come back. It's the end of the road, come back. Embarrassed, deceived maybe, humiliated. Divine masculine's very upset or very emotional. Really is trying his hardest to be strong here, but needing the divine feminine's love, needs to be topped up. Justice. What else? Knight of Pentacles. So the Five of Swords about the mental conflict, but it's saying that this needs to be balanced out now. And it's like, come forth. The Knight of Pentacles has a pentacle, okay, that he's been thinking long and hard about offering to someone. The next card is the Divine Feminine. So Justice is saying it is safe for you to surrender, but I'm feeling the Divine Masculine doesn't feel this. So I'm just going to I've got 3 cards for this one. About dropping those swords, okay? No more fighting. Justice is here. The scales look balanced out now. He does look a bit worried, concerned about coming forth with this, this pentacle. The reward and recognition. Feeling worthy enough. And that might be what the communication is between the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine in the 5D, is actually conversations about worthiness. We have the Divine Feminine. It's definitely to do about a commitment. What's been spilt? Blood's been spilt. The Two of Cups are behind his head. And then here's the Divine Feminine. Something's definitely gone on with the Divine Masculine. Red wine on the carpet. That must be a nightmare. I don't drink wine. I don't really drink. Coffee. Love coffee. The Hierophant. Marriage, commitment. Let's just leave it there. We've got the commitment card. Divine is orchestrating the Divine Masculine. 2. The Nine of Pentacles, the Divine Feminine. Is that like a partridge? Something to do with Christmas. Queen of Cups. A partridge in a pear tree. On the 2nd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, sent to me. Oh, the cards, I think, have just like put themselves into reverse. I'm not sure. Come on, what's going on? Can we just get some order? Order in the court. Thank you. Oh my. Order in the court. Custody. It's something to do with custody. Order, Christmas, arrangements, getting your affairs in order. Okay, I'll take you. Upside down. 8 of Cups. Something stopped the masculine from coming. I said that this feminine here was scared of getting hurt by this cup. It's really depending who this feminine is here, because I've just picked up on a court. This is not feeling a great energy card because of the black of the pincers here. And then we have the 8 of Cups, which means there's been something blocking being able to move forward, to be able to do the healing work. Because the void, the 8 of Cups, is when you leave 8 cups behind and you go into the void. Okay, you find yourself with the Nine of Cups, and you go into the Ten of Cups, being able to share that, explain that process. Nine of Cups means you become, hello, Mr. Big Fly. You become, you fall in love with yourself, and then you can fall in love with somebody else. But there seems this Queen here has been a block to the masculine moving on. Now it's decision time. Justice is here. Something has happened. Justice has been served. It's within those and quickly. And now that it looks like the Divine Masculine now can get on with his... Oh, that came out really common. Get on with his healing. And connect him. Oh, I'm still pulling cards. Okay. Queen of Rods here. A decision. It's definitely a Divine Feminine's energy because it's the same as the Queen of Wands. A decision regarding the Divine Feminine. What was the other one? Yeah, taking that leap of faith, the Fool. It's got a little flower there to give her. He's packed lightly. Maybe a nice little weekend trip. But there's a decision now. Maybe a weekend getaway. Don't know, but then there's conflict. It's petty fighting. Nitpicking at each other. Three of Rods and the Two of Swords. So he doesn't know what to do. And neither does the Divine Feminine. I feel they might be able to clear this up, this conflict up in the 5-day. It has to be a deeper understanding because the lovers here look very confused as into why maybe the bickering, the arguing keeps occurring. It's like, what are you fighting about? The penny drops. I think that's the fight isn't with your lover. The fight is kind of with everybody else, but it had an effect on the connection. It wasn't the connection that was the fight, it was everything else to get to the connection. Three of Cups. It's time to celebrate. Look like Divine Feminines here. I'm not sure unless there's gossiping going on. Two of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. But it's time for a celebration for the lovers. You've got the Wife card here, but you've got the Two of Cups. Oh, what's this card? I've already done that one. There may be gossiping about the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. This could be marriage, nurturing, but I feel it may be the energy of, because this is the Wife card, but it's the energy of maybe gossiping from this lady who's stopping the Divine Masculine from moving on. So maybe, and I don't feel that the Divine Masculine's come out as being single, so it could be an ex-wife. A past partner, but there's gossip in here about, this could be a block. Not wanting to be gossiped about. I think you're better to be gossiped about together with the Two of Cups here, because you have each other to kind of fall back on. It won't affect you because you're both in it together. If you can see, look, where are you off to? I've kind of covered up the masculine in the lovers here. So it could be gossip about the Divine Feminine. I imagine the Divine Feminine is a big enough girl to handle some gossip. The Divine Feminine would have been through so much to actually come through a spiritual evolution that gossip doesn't really matter. Only the truth matters. And we have, who slid off, is this Page of Rods. This he's a town crier. Look at him. Maybe he's going to share the news. Maybe it's going to cause some gossip. This reading's a bit, isn't it? How long have I been on for? 50 minutes and 22 seconds. Let's look at these. Let's get this wrapped up. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Communication, justice being served. And then we have the Divine Masculine's resting, healing. Communicating to the Divine Feminine. About, again, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure whether this is about an ex-partner wanting to talk about that. Just doesn't look like the Divine Feminine in kind of like the other cards. It's just she has her own, with the rabbit, a bunny boiler. That's not even good. That's like I don't know, fatal attraction shit. But she was the one who was the third party, but that was like very stalkerish. That was really trying to take somebody's life down. She was adamant she was going to have Michael Douglas, wasn't she? And she done some serious, nasty stuff. And I'm not really sure how you're going to expect a man to love you or want to be with you after that. But that's the kind of stuff that love can do. It can send you a bit cuckoo if you don't keep a grip of it. And okay, there's the conflict. So I think it's definitely something to do with a past partner. You've got the Hermit here, the Divine Masculine. He has been following the Divine Feminine's guidance, the Star, but there's something going on behind the what was I going to say there? Felt like the word shit wanted to come out again. Behind the shitty scenes. That I feel the Divine Masculine is going to have trouble speaking about. So he's going to want to do this energetically, to try and having conversations. In the 5D, it feels very much at night time, talking things through. The Wheel of Fortune. Destiny. But it kind of came up upside down, which means it's about really turning this wheel around now. Maybe getting things into motion. Just having a look at what is very Egyptian here. They are all studying again, apart from Taurus, Leo. I'm not sure about these two. One of them's Scorpio, one of them's Aquarius. It looks like someone has finished studying and waiting to fly. I'm not completely sure, guys, which one of them is Aquarius. And why do I feel Aquarius is the angel? I'm not sure. What does this book say? Okay, I just have to like stop, focus. It's like a comic book. Just reminds me of like a. Okay. It was a bit of a joke comic. Let's have a look at the Wheel of Fortune. Ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion. This card can indicate a turn for the better or receiving one's just reward for past deeds. Fortune, power, movement and change are all here. The wheel turns, revealing the cyclical nature of life. Reversed, fickle fate, a turn for the worse, blind optimism can lead to failure. And that is what I feel the Divine Masculine is going to need to talk about. Fickle fate, a turn for the worse, and blind optimism can lead to failure. Needs help with his self-worth and past decision making. Okay, right, reading done. I'm not sure what we're going to pull. Light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. So let's start with these magical unicorns. They're very loud, these unicorns, when I shuffle them, aren't they? They're quite flexible. One step at a time. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. It's really about going step by step here. There's a process to it, and it's about knowing that process, living through it. Then you're able to advise others. So it is about taking this really nice and slowly, one step at a time. This card says that you have a big dream, but you may not know how to make it happen. The unicorns want you to know that your dream can come true if you're focused on taking one small step at a time. If you would just do 1 or 2 things a day related to your dream, it will come true more quickly than you can imagine. You can take small steps to complete any project. For example, if you need to write a report or clean a room, you can focus on one page or one corner of the job at a time. Don't think about the whole project, just focus on the little bit that you're doing right now. Then once that page or corner is done, you can think about the next page or corner. You can even plan how many pages or corners you'll complete on a calendar to help you plan ahead. Taking one step at a time is a secret way to success. You'll be amazed at how much you can do if you'll just make slow and steady progress. Take a moment and think about your project or dream. Imagine that it's already completed and notice how you feel in your body and your heart. Then ask your angels, what step should I take right now to make this happen? Notice any thoughts, feelings, words or pictures that come to you. If you receive a strong message to take action in a positive way, then do so. Remember that every big job or dream can happen if you'll just break it down into small steps and then take them. Okay. It's like you don't want to really scare yourself by going too fast. It's step by step. Working it out along the way. Let's get another one. Curiosity. Start a project related to something you're curious about. What do you wonder about? What would you like to learn more about? Your curiosity is like a roadmap that helps you know your soul's preferred direction. You're naturally curious about areas of life that are related to your divine mission, which is the big reason why you came to Earth. Watch your thoughts and actions to get a better sense of where your curiosity lies. Notice any topics that really excite you. Observe what you do in your spare time. Watch what grabs your attention about other people. Your close friends and family members can also offer their observations about your areas of curiosity. For instance, are you fascinated by science, animals, the weather, fashion, swimming, Egyptian history, or some other area of life? This card asks you to start a project that allows you to learn more about this topic. Make the time to read about the area related to your curiosity. Interview experts who are working in the field. Create an experiment or science project to help you learn more. In other words, use your curiosity as fuel to drive you forward towards a better understanding of yourself and your world. The Wheel of Fortune, about the studying here. I've picked up twice now about doing the work, studying, finding your answers, curiosity. That's going to be even communicating with your divine feminine. Okay, so that's where you're going to find your answers. I'm going to have a look at the bottom of the deck. You are gifted. That's beautiful, tapping into this gift. You are very intelligent and talented. You just need to realise it. Okay, and that's this part of step by step, unlocking these talents, becoming curious. Every day becoming more curious about this. So you are gifted. This card wants you to know that you are very intelligent. Like a high-speed computer, you have the ability to learn and memorise a lot of material. You're especially gifted in finding out what topics interest you. You also have the gift of creativity. With your wisdom and your ability to see things in a special way, you can be successful at almost anything. You have a different way of learning. So you may have you have a different way of learning, so you may have had experiences in which you didn't feel you were smart. It's just a matter of figuring out how your mind works. For instance, do you think in pictures? If so, you'll need to learn material by seeing them in your mind's eye. Or do you tend to think in feelings? If so, you'll learn best by hearing emotional stories or by touching and feeling examples of what you're learning about. If people don't understand you, don't let it bother you. What's important is that you remember who you are, a smart, wise, talented and gifted person. Although you may be different from other people, you have a lot to offer. Use your talents to help others, finish any projects that you start, and know that you're a gift to the world in many ways. That's beautiful. We're going to have to pull an Angels and Ancestors card. Maybe I won't use them next week, but I'll definitely have the use out of them this week. Thinking, let's make this a really good reading because I'm not feeling I'm going to be on over the weekend. So it's time to take a couple of days off. Can we have an Angels and Ancestors Oracle card for this weekend, please? Spring. See your seeds grow. Let's bring back to that bunny boiler. It's like, jump out of the pot. Free yourself. It's like a hell. I know that these are at the back. They are the seasons. Embrace the change that is on the horizon. Allow your dreams to become reality. Spring is an exciting time because it has so much potential. Animals are coming out of hibernation, flowers are pushing up through the soil, and the days are getting lighter and brighter. The spring card features a wild hare, because in Celtic animal medicine, the hare brings intuition and rebirth. Hares are highly fertile beings, and so their medicine can bring dreams to life. It's beautiful. They bring intuition and rebirth. You are ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you are moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth. And if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. When the spring card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming spring will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. So I feel that maybe something's happened maybe last spring, or I've touched on Christmas. So after Christmas, springtime, next spring, something major about bringing like an intention to reality. It will spring into fruition. Spring. Let's get a colour card. Lilac. Strengthen your faith. Come on. I'm going to take that one. Do we want to take them too? We'll keep them there. And I'm going to look at them really. Coral. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life. Coral restores physical vitality with its grounding properties, releasing stress, worry, and anxiety. See things from different points of view with coral, and heal a broken heart and unrequited love. Coral also helps bring synchronicity and flow into your life. Visualize crossing a coral bridge to bring more synchronicity and ease into your life. Synchronicity. Imagine coral rays shining out of your heart, allowing more flow and synchronicity into your life. See or sense yourself stepping on the coral road that leads you onto the right path. In this vibration, things happen easily in synchronistic ways. Say, my life is easy and full of synchronicity. I follow the most divine path for me. Anytime you have to make a decision and need some extra help, visualize stepping onto the coral path. Right, we're going to get this wrapped up. So let's do a journey of love. And we'll just see where this takes us if I want to pull any more after this. But we might be good to go. Rings of Time, card number 44. Divine timing is granted to us as a gift. Sometimes, if we want to be further ahead than where we are, that gift can seem like a restriction rather than a generous holding. Much like traffic that moves systematically, so that not only one car but many can reach their destination according to a greater harmony and alignment, we are like individual cars that must sometimes accept red lights, and at other times can flow swiftly through many green lights. It is just this way, this systematic flow of divine energy through human manifestation. Your spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. There is no need to bother yourself about timing. When doors open, walk through. When there appear to be no such openings, rest and reflect. The rings of time serve you, beloved. This oracle brings you a message that the divine is completely responsible for the timing of every event, opportunity, and happening of grace in your life. All you need to do is live your life. Everything else is taken care of for you now. This applies to all of your plans and the unfolding of all of your relationships. Let it all breathe and let the divine happen as it will. Here's the poem. Mr. Fly, it starts off with, there is a beautiful silence now, but I can hear you. Can we find a resting place, please? There is a beautiful silence now as I hold your hands and listen to your eyes across a span of moments called time. There are no words that say as much, nor walls that could confine the wings of our feelings or the rhythm of our eyes. I've got these two colour cards I didn't look at. Aqua, experience peace and calm. Look how still that looks. Just so makes you want to be on holiday, doesn't it? Okay. Gold, attract abundance. You are gold. Always believe in your soul. You got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in you are gold. Oh, okay. I'm going to leave it there. Have a fantastic weekend. Okay, it's been very interesting to listen to this back. I do hope that it flowed. I felt it was kind of, but yeah, okay. A lot came out. A lot came out. Okay, guys, have a fantastic weekend and I will catch up with you soon. Much love. Take care. Bye for now.